Thank you for coming to this video on how to receive up to $4,000 from the Australian federal government through traineeships with the WISE Academy. First off, what are traineeships? Traineeships are an opportunity for new or existing employees to gain an Australian nationally accredited qualification as part of their employment. It's commonly known as the Australian Apprenticeship Scheme. Here's how it works. You as the employer goes into a national training contract with a trainee. Then your local Australian Apprenticeship Centre, commonly known as the ACC, manages the process and organizes the local and Commonwealth government funding for the employer and the trainees. This is a free service to you as the employer. The WISE Academy then develops a training plan for the trainee that meets the needs of your business in an appropriate qualification. Then the trainee undertakes customized training provided by WISE that leads to a nationally recognized qualification. The employer commitment is that you need to employ the person part-time, either 15 hours minimum per week with 3 of those hours dedicated to training, or full-time 36.5 hours per week with 3 of those hours dedicated to training. The wage is based on a minimum traineeship award, but most people basically pay the trainee a little bit above the award minimum. The benefits to you as the employer is that you can gain up to a contribution of up to $4,000 from the federal government, and the WISE Academy will receive a contribution from the state and territory government, usually up to an average of $1,800, depending on the qualification and also the state and territory that the training is delivered in. The other benefit is for you as the employer, you can actually work collaboratively with the WISE Academy in putting together a dedicated training program for your business to meet your needs. So for example, if you had a trainee sign up for the Certificate 4 in Business Sales, there are 4 core modules that have to be taken, but then we would discuss what would be best for the electives to meet your needs. So you might find that your organization needs a little bit of marketing assistance. Then we would add maybe 6 of the electives in marketing to basically have the full program in the Certificate 4 in Business Sales. So in essence, your training would be learning about sales and marketing, and then anything that trainee learned would be of benefit to your company. Who's eligible? The WISE Academy does not determine who is eligible for the traineeships. That is usually done by the Apprenticeship Center. In general, you can always choose who you want to get trained. There is usually no age limit on the trainee. Some people think that a trainee has to be somewhere between the ages of 18 and 25, and in today's situation that's not the case. The WISE Academy has had previous trainees that have been 35 all the way up to the age of 50 to satisfy their educational needs. You can have a new worker, and this new worker will have already been employed less than 3 months full-time or 12 months part-time up to the commencement date of the training contract. If it's an existing employee or existing worker, they need to be employed more than 3 months full-time or 12 months part-time, but no more than 12 months. The other aspect of being eligible is it might have a staff with no formal qualifications, and they want to get qualified. Additionally, the apprentices that enter into a training contract with their employer will have to be in the paid work with their employer. They would be an Australian, New Zealand citizen or permanent Australian resident. They have to undertake a minimum of 15 hours of combined work and training per week, and then also undertake the approved qualification that's on the register. Now, these guidelines can change at any time under the direction of the state and Commonwealth government. So let's take, for example, the existing business qualifications. So this is based on Queensland government. If you have a person who wants to do a Certificate 4 in Business Sales, you can see we have a mandatory administration fee of $300, which is paid to the RTO. This is usually dictated by the state or territory. 90 days from commencement, you as the organization will get $1,500 from the government, and then once the trainee completes, you'll get $2,500. Now, in the case of the Certificate 4 in Business Sales, the contribution from the Queensland Government to the WISE Academy is $850. Now, there is a gap tuition that the WISE Academy will invoice you because we have to cover our cost in delivering the training. And this tuition for now is the $1,149, which for you as the employer, once the expenses are paid, will have a gap of $2,851 that you can put towards to servicing the trainee within your organization. And you can see that we have a similar scenario for the Certificate 4 in Business and the Certificate 4 in Small Business Management. We also have opportunities for those people who want to pursue a Certificate 3 in Fitness. Very similar, $300 fee to the RTO, $1,500 and $2,500 respectively from the government. The contribution from the Queensland Government in this qualification is a little bit higher, of $2,370. Tuition gap here is only $129, which leaves a surplus of $3,871 to the organization. And then lastly, we do have access to funding for the Certificate 3 in Community Recreation, in Sport and Recreation, and also the Certificate 4 in Sport and Recreation. And you can see that similar funding scenarios are present as well. If you want to have more information or have a discussion with me, my name is Dr. Dion Klein. I'm the CEO of the WISE Academy. I'd love to speak with you more on how your company can get access to government money. Just contact me on my mobile 0409-817-584, or you can contact me at courses@wise.edu.au. I look forward to hearing from you and see how we can help you gaining access to government money as well as increasing your training within your organization. Thanks very much.